welcome to the October 2024 OSBA Forum. I'm Mark Bobo, and we're excited to connect with educational leaders from throughout Ohio and bring these conversations to you, our members. And today is a very, very special forum. We have our very own Director of Communication, Jeff Chambers, and Director of Board of Management Services, Cheryl Ryan. Jeff and Cheryl, thank you so much for being here today.
Glad to be here.
Great.
Nothing like having the home
Happy
team.
to be here.
Yeah.
Captive audience.
Definitely.
It's on my calendar. I'm here.
Sincerely, welcome to the forum. So we're right in the midst of Capitol Conference being days away. There's excitement in the air. I've seen the staff. We're all scurrying around to make sure everything is together. So it's an exciting time here at OSBA. But Cheryl, I'd like for you to share with us some of the key focuses and themes for this year's Capitol Conference.
You know, it's really difficult sometimes to come up with a focus. People ask me all the time about, do we have a theme? With more than 130 different learning sessions people can attend, lots of different general sessions, the trade show, the Student Achievement Fair. It's hard to pin a focus, but this year we're talking about insight, innovations, and inspiration, and we're hoping that anything a member chooses to attend. You can't attend them all,
right?
But everybody needs to be selective in the things that they choose to do, and we hope that those words, insight, innovation, and inspiration, will apply to almost anything at the Capitol Conference.
That's wonderful. You know, you mentioned the 130 sessions, but we get nominations well over 200 on average as far as having to delineate what our sessions will be. So that's a process.
It is. It's a long process, but we try and generate nominations from throughout the state.
Yeah.
We're always excited that more than 100 different school districts from across Ohio will be presenting
Wonderful.
at the conference.
Yeah.
Another 50 to 100 will be bringing students for the Student Achievement Fair.
Yeah.
So we will have representation from throughout the state as leaders, teaching leaders at our conference.
Wonderful. And you said innovation, inspiration, and insight. I love that. We're going with the 3 I's for 2024. That's awesome. So Jeff, this is not your first rodeo.
Nope.
You've done this a few times. But share with us how this year's event will differ from previous years and what new features our attendees can expect.
Well, this is our 69th conference, and every year is a bit different. We have new speakers, new topics, new sessions, new exhibitors, new attendees, new elected board members and new board members are always part of the mix, as well as a good mix of veterans to network with. Some of the things that is a little bit different this year is in the past, we've had a number of our learning sessions that have filled up. There's no more room at the end. And we always had a classroom set rooms for those sessions, and we've gone to an all theater style seating so more people can attend the session. So if you show up 5 minutes after a session starts, you're not going to be able to find a space to sit. We've condensed the footprint of the conference this year. We have our dinner and our Sunday night Black Caucus dinner and our conference luncheon on Monday at the Patel Grand Ballroom on the north side. So that's a little bit closer. There's not as far to walk as it has been in the past. It's just right up the escalators and the connector, and you're right there. Another thing that we have that's a bit different is the time for the second general session. It's on Tuesday like it has been in the past, but we moved it up a bit. So it's going to start at 11 o'clock. And so those are some of the things that are going to be different this year as compared to past years. Yeah,
what I heard from you, Jeff, is we don't get to take the long trek down to D. We were looking forward to that.
No,
that's off the schedule.
It is this year, yes.
But then also, I think we heard back from our members, you know, some of those sessions were kind of full. So we changed the seating to be a little bit more intentional to make sure everybody can get in there if they like to be in.
We want as many people as possible to fit into a room, and doing it sitting theater style allows us to do that so that everybody can take advantage of all the 130 plus sessions that we have.
Great. Well, Cheryl, this year, of course, we have our keynote sessions, and people look forward to that. Tell us about our keynotes and what they'll be talking about.
Sure. We have 4 different general sessions or keynotes. The first one starts us right off on Sunday afternoon, late afternoon, and we've got the actor and songwriter Mary Steenburgen joining us, and we're very excited about having her. She's going to lead off on Sunday with a good conversation, a moderated conversation with our own Dr. Kathy McFarland on stage. Some fun things going on at that general session, some great student performance as always. Sunday evening is our Black Caucus dinner, and Merle Johnson, a former State Board of Education member, current State Board of Education member, will be joining us at the Black Caucus dinner as our featured speaker. On Monday at lunch, we're really thrilled to welcome Anne Marie Anderson. She's a noted journalist, author with a book coming out soon. She's a sports commentator, and she has a very interesting, unique story, and great direct connections to public education. And we know that she'll be a popular speaker. And then finally on Tuesday, our closing general session on Tuesday morning, as Jeff mentioned, at 11 o'clock, we're going to round out our conference by welcoming Boomer Esiason back to Ohio.
Awesome.
Former MVP and quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals will be talking about the impact that education had on his leadership and his success.
Wow. And so we do want to be clear, even Browns fans are welcome.
Absolutely,
Boomer
everybody.
speak.
I'm a Broncos fan, Mark. And you know what? I'm excited to see Boomer.
Good. No. And Mary Steenburgen, she was with us last year.
She was with us last year.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we were not able to hold our Tuesday General Conference. And she was incredibly generous in marking on her calendar a desire to come back and complete her commitment in a really positive way.
Yeah, we're excited for each of those speakers. And I think we'll learn a lot from each of their stories. You know, having sat in some of those meetings, I think they bring a lot to the table.
Arts, athletics, leadership, journalism. There's going to be something for everybody in these general sessions.
Excellent mix. So Jeff, you know, when we look at Capitol Conference as an attendee, you know, you go to your sessions and you go to your luncheons and do this. And even as a staff person, I get my little schedule and kind of live towards that. But there's much more that goes into planning something to this magnitude. Can you just share some of the challenges that you faced in organizing such a large event like this?
Well, I mean, it's one of the big challenges is all of the different groups you're working with and making sure that everybody's on the same page. We're very fortunate. We have a lot of good groups, a lot of good companies that we work with. Our decorating company, we've worked with them for a long number of years. Our coordinator at the convention center, she's fantastic and makes sure that the convention center is doing all that they can do and doing it at the times that we specify. Transportation, when I started, we were using just 4 hotels downtown. Back in 2012 was the first time that we were able to have all of our attendees stay downtown. And that's really helped improve in terms of transportation. Used to be sometimes people during rush hour were on a bus for an hour.
Wow.
Just to get either to the convention center or to get back to their hotel because they were scattered all over town. And by condensing the footprint of our hotels, we're able to actually plan more sessions because people can be at the convention center and not have all that travel time. So it's helped in terms of having everyone downtown has facilitated more learning sessions throughout the day. We're able to do more things. So some of the challenges in the past, we've had construction going on at the convention center, renovations going on at the convention center. It always seems that there's 2 or 3 major roads down around downtown Columbus. It's being dug up and new sewer lines or something's being put in. There's construction all over the place. So transportation getting to and from the convention center sometimes is a bit difficult. But once we actually start the conference, the group that we work with, both with our staff and with our vendors, they do a fantastic job. So, you know, like as they say, the devil's in the details. And once you have everything planned out, we have a good group of people that make sure that everything takes place when it should and does it well. We
certainly appreciate all of our partners at the Greater Columbus Convention Center and those connected to it that make our conference great. And certainly our staff, right?
Absolutely.
They put in so much work to make sure that conference goes off well. So kudos to our staff for the great job that we know you're already going to do. So as our attendees get ready to come to conference, particularly our first time attendees, Cheryl, what would you share with them to help them maximize their experience at the conference?
That's a great question. You know, there are always so many board members who have never attended conference before, either because they're new board members or because they're veteran board members and they're now getting an opportunity to attend. My best advice is to look at the agenda ahead of time. Mark a couple sessions that look great to you. Be open-minded to attend other sessions that haven't occurred to you until you get there. There's legal sessions. You don't have to be an attorney to attend some of the legal sessions. There are so many different things. But if you come with more than one colleague from your district, and we hope that districts will do that. We have many districts that bring all 5 board members and their administrators. My best advice is the old adage, divide and conquer. have each of your board members attend a different session, and then come back together at your next board meeting and report out about the different things you've learned. But make sure you do the things that are most important to you, and then try and pick up a bunch of other stuff along the way.
Yeah, that's great advice. And Jeff, I'm sure you would say, get that conference app and have that at the ready, right?
The conference app that has the most up-to-date information in there. We have sessions sometimes that they have to cancel due to health or other reasons. And so that information in the app is going to be the most detailed, accurate information. Also, it allows you to plan your schedule and to also track the sessions you're in. So you can get a credit for attending certain sessions during the conference. As well, it has great contact information for all the exhibitors that we have. And that information is up to date as well, because we'll have exhibitors who will participate in our conference, but they'll do so and sign in after we've already printed our guide. So the most detailed information you'll have is going to be in the conference app. And then one other thing I forgot to mention, that one of the new things we're doing is on Tuesday with the Spirit Wear.
Oh, yes.
We're encouraging all of the attendees to show up at the conference at the convention center wearing their Spirit, wearing their school colors, wearing their logos, whatever. We want it to be a fun, relaxing last day of the conference, and we encourage everybody to come in their best sportswear.
Yeah. I think that's a very nice touch, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the district represented there. I think this is going to be a wonderful conference. Rick would say this is going to be the best one yet. I don't want to mess up the quote, but you all know what he said. Best one yet. And we're looking forward to having a wonderful days down there at the Greater Columbus Convention Center.
It's 2.5 days, but it goes fast. Use every minute. Hit the trade show, hit the Student Achievement Fair.
In adding on to what Cheryl was saying, for the first-time attendees, wear comfortable shoes. Whatever you do. I mean, even though we're a little bit closer in terms of the dinner and the luncheon, there's still a lot of walking that takes place, especially if you're going to walk through the Student Achievement Fair or the trade show. Make sure that you're not walking away with a lot of blisters.
And even if there's a session that maybe conflicts with another one that I wanted to attend, as an attendee, I still have access to the handouts and the presentations.
Absolutely.
On the app.
All of the handouts will be on the website in time for the conference. And so no matter which session you do or do not attend, you should be able to access all the information you need.
Wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to Capitol Conference, but it is somewhat bittersweet. This will be you all's last official Capitol Conference as members of the OSBA staff. And so just share with us, as you approach retirement, share some of your proudest moments and accomplishments that you've had here at OSBA. And I know you all are not big on bragging on yourselves, but take this time. What are you proud of that you've accomplished here at OSBA?
I've said to so many people, and actually, when we interview new staff members to come on board at OSBA, one of the things I always say is, we are not at OSBA manufacturing, pasta or candy bars or something like that. Not that pasta and candy bars aren't wonderful, but what we are doing here is helping leaders, helping school board members and the administrators they work with on the ground to educate and prepare our children, Ohio's children, for success in the future. And so it's been a privilege to work here at OSBA. It's been a privilege to work with Jeff as a key partner on the Capitol Conference all these years. And I can't imagine having done anything in life at an association that would mean more to me than my time at OSBA and working with all the wonderful board members in the state. And I'm excited to finish it up here with the Capitol Conference in November.
Jeff, what are your thoughts?
I agree with a lot of what Cheryl said. It's through the years, you always have that friendship with certain board members and to see them grow, both in terms of what they're doing in the district or their involvement with the association over the years, I think is special, especially knowing that you've helped provide them the information, you've helped spur them on a little bit to make them a better board person in their district.
Cheryl, correct me, 17 years?
17 years, 17 years. And I was a former board member also, so So you
have a long history with the association. Jeff, 31 years. Did I read that email?
31, he's the champ.
That's a long time for both of you. As you've watched the association go through changes and evolutions and things of that nature, What do you walk away with saying, you know, when you think of OSBA, what immediately comes to your mind when you think of the association as you walk away?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I have always been proud of the fact that OSBA is always working every day to provide the best information, the best resources, the best training we can in the moment.
Yeah.
We don't sit on our laurels.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, we've never been the kind of association that says if it worked okay yesterday, let's just do that again.
Yeah.
We're never afraid to face challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly we know our board members are facing challenges every day. But you know, it's a positive place. We know that we're doing great work. We're doing great work to help our board members do great work.
Yeah.
So I just think the future is bright for public education in Ohio and certainly bright for OSBA.
Yeah. Jeff, your thoughts?
I think providing information, we've always looked for new ways to do that, whether it's through the website, whether it's through message boards, emails, groups. We've tried to have the information available for our members when they've needed it.
Yeah.
And we're a repository.
Mm-hmm.
And then also to have all the experts that we have on staff that can help our members when they call in.
Right.
You know, it's sometimes I wish that our members would take and utilize our services a little bit more, as opposed to not asking the question. I'd rather have them ask the question and let us help them.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's critical.
We may not always have the answers, but I have never found a situation that somebody at OSBA wasn't willing to find the right answer for folks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, when that official retirement, I know your dates are different, but when that official day comes, what are you most looking forward to in retirement?
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's flexibility.
Mm.
You know, you get up in the morning, if you want to do something, you do it. If you don't, you just not do it.
Yeah.
It's somebody once said, you really appreciate being retired on that first bad snowstorm. When you look out the window and you say to yourself, no, I don't have to go to work today.
Yeah.
I can just go back to bed. So I think that, I mean, there's a lot of little things I'd like to do and some traveling I'd like to do, but I think just having that sort of flexibility is,
Awesome.
And as I told somebody else, I want to get all the weeds out of my yard.
Oh, goals.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. Yeah. Cheryl, how about you?
For me, it's traveling, as Jeff said. I love to travel and spending lots and lots of time with family, friends, grandchildren, extended family. And, you know, I think the flexibility and being able to just a continuous learner. I hope that I'll continue to learn something new, a new hobby, a new avocation. We'll see.
Yeah.
Excited about it.
Well, sincerely, Jeff and Cheryl, thank you for you all's dedication and commitment to us as an association, and but particularly the work that you all have done for Capital Conference. It is what it is today based off the hard work that you all have done. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're leaving things in great hands.
Yes, we are.
So thank you all for being with us here at the OSBA Forum. Of course, we continue to thank you and appreciate the leadership and dedication that you have to your community. If there's any way that OSBA can be of help to you, please let us know. We are here to be a resource for you. So have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here at the forum, and we look forward to seeing you at Capital Conference
2 weeks.
2024. Yep.